Welcome to Habari 254, your home for candid political discussion, breaking news, fresh and uncut, reviews and interviews. Today we are going to talk about the impeachment of Governor Kawira Mwangaza of Meru County. And with me, Samson Ogola. Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza is desperately staring at impeachment. And there are some quarters that are claiming that the former governor, Kiraitu Murungi, might be behind this. What's your take on that?
I may not be sure who is behind this, but I believe it is a political witch hunt. You see, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the people of Meru. Why do I say that? For the first time, they are having a female governor, but she's not just a female governor. She is on an independent ticket. In a county assembly, that majority are UDA and minority are Mbas. Okay? So, this lady defeated our candidate, me being a UDA guy. Our candidate was the current CS for Agriculture, Linturi. He was on UDA. He was the second runner. He was the second in that race, and Kiraitu the third. And when you listen to the allegation, is that this lady is anti-Kiraitu and anti-Linturi and anti the senator. So it's political witch hunt. I agree there is some political witch hunt, though I can't put my hand onto who specifically. But from what you can hear, this lady, she is not really loved. Yes.
And what do you think? Do you think MCAs should have powers to impeach governors?
In my very humble opinion, they shouldn't. Actually, the powers of the MCAs must be reduced to a considerable level. And what I mean by considerable level is we must have a way MCAs can legislate without actually blackmailing the governors. I could give you a list of what MCAs have demanded from these governors. You would be shocked. Whether it is in Homa Bay, whether it is in Siaya, be it in Nairobi County as we speak, or in other counties, MCAs have made it nearly impossible for the governors to do what they don't like. If the MCAs are not interested in whatever the governor is going to do, whether it is good for the people, they would make sure the governor toes the line. So I don't think they should have that much power. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have oversight, because the role of the MCAs, okay, is legislative and oversight. Okay, they are supposed to see how the county is run by the executive, which is comprises the governor and her team or his team, and also to come up with the legislations. But here you have, like, let me just give you a scenario. The guy who has moved the motion to impeach Kawira, he's not even aware that there is an act that they passed as the MCAs, as the county assembly of Meru, that allows the hospitals to use the money they got at source. He doesn't even know that. So it means these are people who perhaps they are not even keen on the legislations they pass. Yes. So I don't think they should have that overreaching power where they just decide that I don't like how you look. For that reason, you are going home. And this is what they do. If governors were allowed to explain what they go through under the hands of MCAs, you would be shocked. So I don't think they should have that power.
What are you predicting? Governor Kawira Mwangaza going to get impeached, or she might survive?
Unless they have something else, wherever I've watched and I've followed this very keenly, the lady will be there. She is not going to be impeached. Unless the Senate somehow, somebody reaches them. But I saw that committee. That committee is a good one. Boni Alwale, as you know, has been a very fair guy. Yes. He's an activist also. But if you followed keenly, there is nothing that is going to make it necessary for them to impeach the governor. Considering this is only some 3 months after election, so you cannot impeach somebody for being incompetent.
But in the event that she survives, there is also another chance of her getting impeached again.
We have that scenario with Wambora, okay? So you can get impeached.
A cat with 9 lives.
And get impeached again. Those jokes will be nullified by Senate again, because you will still be meeting the same Senate that acquitted her. Unless now she does something out of the ordinary. Here is my take should Mwangaza be impeached, she would go to court of appeal, or the Supreme Court, that is, and chances are that she will be retained as governor. The only challenge is, if she is not impeached by Senate, the MCAs will be really bitter. So what they will do, and that's why I was saying they should not have that overreaching power to sabotage the executive. So what they will do is to really make work difficult for her, so that she can be incompetent.
So making work difficult for her, how?
One, refusing to actually approve anything, including budget. And you see, that makes things really difficult for the county to run. Yes. And MCAs have power to do that. They can refuse to pass a budget. And once they refuse to pass that budget, it will be very difficult for the county to run. As we speak, the county of Meru is running using the budget of 2022-2023, which was passed already. But you see, that one will not last forever. By June or July, these people will need to pass another budget. Do you think they will do that? They won't.
How about in the event that she is impeached?
If she is impeached and the court of the High Court agrees, the Supreme Court also agrees with the impeachment, then the deputy of Kawira, I don't know who was that, but the deputy will take over. And then that deputy can now appoint someone. The funny part would be if the MCAs can manage to impeach a governor because they don't like him or her, like is the case with Meru, then the deputy governor will toe the line, trust me. He will do anything those MCAs say.
But the way you are talking, it is as if the MCAs are trying to, or are blackmailing the Meru government.
That is what I said. I have listened, I've watched carefully the Senate happenings, and I can tell you, it's pathetic. Everybody who has watched that agrees that it is a joke taken too far, actually. A sad joke taken too far. Okay? One of the witnesses was saying that she lacked soft skills. She's not a good communicator. Can you impeach somebody because she's not a good communicator, really? If you went through the allegations, you will be shocked. So for me, I think the lady comes in, she finds a system that Kiraitu had set. And most of the people, even though only 9 MCAs came back, most of these people who came as the MCAs, they have demands. Most of these MCAs, they have demands. Being an MCA comes with perks. So somebody needs some money somewhere. And then you say no. And considering she's independent, remember, she doesn't take orders from any political party. And the deputy is also independent. It's not from any party. So these people who are in parties, they feel like this lady has embarrassed us enough. See?
As a political, could you please rate her survival?
The chances of Kawira surviving in Senate is 80%. The current committee has very level-headed people. I may not agree with their politics, but they are very level-headed. Even if you listen to how they interrogate the witnesses from both sides, these people are interested in knowing the truth. And another thing, they have made it live. It's being covered live. That means the openness is not something they're doing and then they come up with a report. You don't know who they... No, this is live. And you can see nobody is defending the governor and nobody is also defending the county assembly. They are listening. And based on what I have seen, Kawira will be acquitted by Senate. The chances are over 80%. Unless, like I said, somebody reaches to the governor, and reaches here is in quotes. Somebody talks to them that let the lady go. This is politics, and so if your party leaders or something say, let her go, chances are the Senate will vote like that.
Now, what next for Governor Kawira Mwangaza in the event that Senate refuses to ratify that impeachment?
Yeah, so if Governor Kawira goes back to the county assembly, she has two options. One, toe the line, accept the demands of the MCAs. And
you think she's going to do that?
She might. This is politics. In politics, nothing is cast on stone. Even the people who think are very strong will have to do a few things here and there. Who knew that you'd be seeing, for instance, in the county assembly of Nairobi, people being appointed that were obviously anti-Sakaja and anti-Ruto. This is politics. People have to give and take. So in that case, she has only one option: either succumb to the blackmail, or the MCAs swallow their pride and work with her. It's only two ways. It can only go two ways, because parallel it won't work. If Kawira maintains that she's not going to work with the MCAs, and the MCAs, the only thing is they write a letter and then they go back to election.
Great. Those are the views of political analyst Colin Samson Ogolla, and this is Habari 254.